Hi and good evening, everyone. My name is Albert, and this is Vlogs About Nothing. Thank you very much for taking the time out of your very busy night to join me. I really do appreciate it. We're fresh out of another shift at work, and so I gotta tell you, about 15 years out or so from feeling this type of way, I wanted to tonight talk about like a vlog kind of like thing, you feel me? Because this is like my world, and there are so many new people that join it every single day. And for the record, I pay attention, and I really do appreciate it. It makes your boy here feel just a little less isolated and a whole lot more motivated to continue my lifelong pursuit of trying to figure out what exactly it is I need to be doing within the realm of the kind of big circle of nothing, you know? It's kind of where my existential questions are always going to go at towards in life. And I wanted to make this video, especially for like younger people watching. You feel me? Maybe under the age of 25, just like getting ready to go to college, maybe already getting, ready to get into the workforce, maybe leaving college. And I got to tell you that I've learned a lot of things in the last 16 years. Okay, so like 16 years ago, I was 21 years old. On November 16th, 2008, I got into this really bad car accident, and my jaw was wired shut for a really long time. I broke a rib, I punctured a lung. It was this whole ordeal, you know. It was actually it was quite the production. And so this was a couple weeks after I had turned 21, right? And funny enough, you know, I've done a pretty good job of talking about my life up until the age of 21, and we haven't really yet got to that part where I discuss my adult life. And I think this is a nice little introduction, especially if you're new to the channel. You know, I've been doing this for a long time. I've been doing it for about 9 months. It's the longest I've done anything in my adult life. So I guess just by comparison, you know, again, just speaking from an adult life aged perspective, like 21 and up, not like 18 to 21, but it's just been that kind of a way for me. And so like I want to go over like the kind of sacrifices that, you know, y'all are about to make, or in my opinion, the kind of decisions that you're going to be presented with, and the kind of way that people are going to make you feel, and the type of way that, you know, you should probably just do what it is in your heart that you feel is the most appropriate thing for you to do at that given point in your life. And I say this with all intent and purpose aimed at the idea where I'm at in life isn't anywhere you want to be. You know, as it concerns, I've dealt with a lot of growing pains from an adult age to now, and so that's what I wanted to talk about. Is that I feel like when people make a decision at any point in their life, it could be age 18, it could be age 21, it could be age 50, it could be after a third divorce, or it could be after your first midlife crisis, it could be, you know, at any points, these major turning points in our lives. I just feel like we all come to a different kind of realization, and we all have different circumstance and different experiences. But my experience has been at a real early age, I decided that I was going to forego any kind of like real economically viable career. Okay, so like this is again like from about the age of 16 and moving forward, you know, something that had always just been a part of my life is wanting to serve the public, you know, whether that's volunteering, being a politician, being, you know, I love my neighborhood, you know, I love my community, I love where I'm from, I love my state, I love my country, you know, and not in no type of cringe weird way, but like it's a lifestyle, you know, and like as a social capitalist, I just don't see why our business can't be a viable option for everyone, you know, in a friendly kind of a way, just because it isn't always just about like taking what you want and then, you know, screwing everyone else over because of that. It's really all about compromise. And these are the things that I've learned from being a complete failure in my adult life, are the priceless lessons that I would argue other people begin to develop an understanding of when they go through those different points in their life that we had just previously discussed. You know, anytime there's a crucial change in one's life, and especially it depends on what age you are, it's going to impact you forevermore. And trust me when I say that. And so, from an early age, I decided that I wasn't going to dedicate my life to wanting to be, the richest guy around or wanting to have a nice car. I've never owned a nice car. I mean, for the record, the last car that I owned that my ex helped me thoroughly trash. And anyways, thanks to her. Anyways, that car was the nicest car I had owned. It was the only new car I had ever owned. But prior to that, I I've been either on foot or not driving the nicest cars around. And I guess my privileged experiences have come from the fact that I have dated women in my life who have been very privileged. A handful of women who, for whatever reason, had like an economic opportunity that to this day, I don't know of grown adults that have these kinds of economic opportunities, but then I'm a grown adult and I just because I'm a loser, as so far as it concerns, like, holy macaroni, going back to being 21 and stuff, I did not think it would take close to 20 years to realize that, like, it was time for me to grow up, like, all things considered. I've gone through some of the worst things you could possibly imagine. Just as I'm sure you have. Like, unfortunately, right? I try to say it with a smile on my face, but like it's a smile or tears, and I prefer a smile. And I hope that y'all do too, because this is in fact the nature of reality for a lot of people, right? And our backgrounds and what our parents did and how that impacts us, and all of these different things, the way that we were treated, the way that we felt, all of these things matter. And so I just feel like not a lot of old people tell young people the straight, honest truth as it concerns, like, the need for you to be comfortable with yourself and to sooner or later, whether it's through self, kind of initiation or other circumstances, it's really important to get to know yourself. It's really important to understand the very basic concepts of things that all are rooted in the worst times of all of our lives and that will never end. It's a perpetual cycle. You live, you die, you do stuff in between, but we all very much have in common the fact that we're not going to be in existence in this physical kind of way, the way that we are now. You feel me? Type of thing. So, like, I'm just saying that if it were up to me and I was the same age 20 years ago, I would have, I wouldn't have changed a thing. And again, I say that like now, and I say that it kills me. Honestly, it kills me because there are a handful of things in my life that, like, you know, um, again, like, really tear me down, really make me sad, really, a lot of crying. You feel me? Yes, I'm a very emotional person, but so with the exception of just a few things, a very few large things. There's not many things that I would have changed as it concerned, especially my attitude in, like, not trying to live my life to make a whole bunch of money for myself so that I could hoard it and eventually one day end up getting divorced or all of these different things. Again, I've gone through different problems. Just because I haven't gone through those ones doesn't mean I haven't gone through a whole set of other problems. But I feel like those kinds of problems that I went through helped solidify the kind of person that I knew I was 20 years ago. And I've said this before. I want to live a life where, like, my 8-year-old self isn't too mad at me. My 8-year-old self is like, all right, old man, like, you made a few mistakes that, like, have destroyed your life, like, quite literally in and of themselves in every single different way. And I just feel like so long as like I'm alive and I'm here, that it's probably in my best interest to, face those things, in the most appropriate kind of a way that I can, in a respectful way, if it's at all ever possible, when that time comes, you know what I mean? Like, I don't deserve, sometimes guys like me, because of the decision that I made 20 years ago to be and to live the kind of life that I've lived with no regrets. Again, with just a few regrets. It's cost me nearly everything. Like so far as like friendships go, and opportunity lost, and the idea that that has all not just cost me time in my life, but it has also racked up an unsurmountable amount of debt to any other normal person out there who wasn't really just, I say that because like now I'm on something different. You feel me? As in like being a grown up and wanting to get back into the workforce and wanting to, I guess the only thing I want to do is pay people back. That's the only thing I want to do, but at least it's something. You feel me? And I'm building on that because I understand now as I approach 40 that like I got to get it together. I got a lot of lofty goals and dreams and stuff, and I've been procrastinating, almost 40 years so far as I'm concerned, just because I've always, for the most part, known exactly what it is that I wanted and what I want to do in my life. And I think that a big part of that has been here on this platform. A big part of that has been the last 9 months. A big part of who I'm going to be in the future has been directly influenced from this last 9 months. And I can't tell you the kind of influence it has had on me to continue to just be myself. And again, just solidifying all of the things that I already knew and learning a whole bunch more other things about myself that I didn't know were possible. And I don't think I ever would have learned had I not gone through the absolute worst hell that a person could possibly put themselves through. Now think about that for a second, right? Because a lot of the really awful things that have happened to me in my life, I have been just completely, the person that's responsible for those things. And I'm a lucky guy. Yeah, I'm a lucky guy to like just still be here, to still be around, to still be able to have the opportunity to fix some of those mistakes that I feel like that I've made. But just again, if you're young, you feel me, just know that like life is an interesting it's going to be an interesting time. And not everything's going to work out the way that you want it to work out. And I think it's better to like low expectations. Again, we all have different experiences, and again, I'm not the guy, right? Like I have sacrificed nearly my life to be the kind of person that I am, to be the way that I am, and to be as comfortable with myself as I am. It's taken a complete breakdown of myself and of my soul, and I mean, it has not been the easiest journey, but I feel like I'm that kind of person that likes to go through difficult things because I really enjoy the feeling that I get when I get it done. I feel like there's just not a better feeling. I feel like I've never felt like that before. I feel like it's an addictive feeling, and it's kind of scary because it's a feeling that you can't get just like anything else unless you do something that tops that, and you're kind of like, all right, well, what are we gonna do next? And so it's been that kind of way, and it's been fun. The last 9 months have been fun, and I look forward to the next 11 months of this year. This year is going to be a breakout year, okay? Like, seriously, a lot of good things are going to happen. A lot of things have already happened that are pretty good. I mean, it's a lot better than a lot of other months all put together last year. So, by comparison, I just feel like staying course and having a good attitude, and having this outlet here, right? I jokingly call it a third space, but I can't tell you the kind of solace it offers myself And at some point, I want it to be able to also like transfer on over to y'all, and I'm sure that maybe it does at this point. There's a lot of people that watch this channel. It blows my mind. Y'all are blowing my mind, okay? Seriously, I really like it, but wow, I didn't know this many people needed a safe space, a safe space. But again, actually, no, I did know that, and that's why I'm here. I'm the jester here, right? I'm the guinea pig. I'm the experiment. Like, I'm really trying to see what kind of other intrinsic benefits I can get out of life from doing the things that make me happy. And yeah, I'd say that with the exception of a few things, I've been doing exactly what I've been wanting to do my entire life. And I know that sounds weird because, again, I don't have anything to show for it. I'm not the guy that measures success with money in the bank account. I'm just not that guy. But I've done a lot of cool stuff, and I've met a lot of cool people, and I've been to a lot of really cool places. And I just, life isn't about me. And all of those things that I've experienced, I experienced them in the moment. And I think that was a big part of being mature too at different parts of my life, and it bringing me to this particular time where I've never been more challenged in my life. There's a lot of obstacles in front of me, and I am just kind of getting by. And I think that I don't want to give up. I don't think that I am gonna give up so far as it concerns. Like, I get older every day, and my dreams get just a little bit more distant. Or do they get closer? I'd say the latter. You feel me? I'm just a late bloomer. That's all. But it's taken me this long. So, again, just some friendly free advice. Live your life, Live your life. You don't know. You just don't know when it's not going to be an experience for you, And there have been many close calls for me, and it's all just made me a more appreciative person for the people that I have around me, recognizing the people that have been there for me, recognizing the people who have not been there for me in that same way, right? People that I would have expected to be there for me that just ended up running away. And that's the other thing you're going to learn, young people, is that it's not always the people you'd expect that are going to be the people in your corner. Moreover, it's more likely going to be the people that you don't expect who are going to be the ones that cause you the most grief in your life. So, you got to be real selective on who you keep in that circle, because, like, even in that circle, there's going to be problems. There's going to be problems everywhere. There's going to be problems in everything and in every day and in every situation, like the potential, at least, for them, right? And this is just a part of being a grown up, and, but I feel like there's a real good opportunity here for our youth, for Alpha and Gen Z, to really make some progress as it concerns just basic civility and having common sense and not discriminating against people, and having empathy and compassion and love and respect for different people, and the idea that different people can coexist just fine. It's more interesting that way. I don't want everybody to be the same. I don't want everybody to believe in the same religion. I don't want, like, again, this is just by nature. I want diversity. I want it. I crave it, again, just because, like, otherwise life's kind of boring, like, for real. And I mean, maybe I'm wrong for not wanting to be bored, I guess, but so far as I figure, as long as we're here, we may as well enjoy it, I mean, I don't know of any other way to try and say that. So again, I hope that you guys are doing well. You guys have a really good night. This is a 20-minute vlog tonight, so I guess I felt like talking. I hope that you guys are doing well. I don't even know what time it is here, but I do know I just got out of work a little while ago, and I'll be awake really early tomorrow because I have stuff to do. including getting my contacts. So shout out to my roommate. I've been walking around like a blind person, for like, no offense to blind people, by the way, because they're awesome, lovely people that don't need to be slighted in my joke on my behalf. I just like, I just I couldn't. It was awful. All right, like, and I'm stupid and naturally a clumsy person. So add that on top of the fact that like I was unable to see for the past week, and you get a whole interesting mixture of what's happened to me this week. There's been times where I've been almost hit by cars. There's been times where I've almost tripped in grocery stores, almost fallen downstairs. I just and again, so shout out to my roommate. Tomorrow I have an eye appointment, and I am so freaking happy that I am going to be able to see. Seriously, it always is like that for me, right? Like, I always do this, and he always comes through, by the way. But like, it's been, man, you guys know what it's like. You got a prescription or whatever, and you're just walking around like you just can't see. You feel me? I'm at work. I don't know. This is my first day at work, and I don't know what's going on. They're trying to tell me what to do, and I'm just like, sure. I'm putting a smile on my face, and I'm doing it. I have no idea what I'm doing at all, for the record, truth be told. But we made it through the shift, so tomorrow I'll get my contacts, and then the next time I work, it'll be like my first day at work because I had no idea what was going on today. I hope that you guys really have a really good night. Be safe out there, okay? And we'll see you tomorrow. Bye.